Ignorance and power is the enemy of justice, and no longer can we stand for that which misrepresents us, pressing its knee on the windpipe from that which the voice of a people emanates so beautifully. Change is not what we see, but how we see it. To make real change and rearrange the structures keeping us in chains, we must change our minds through acts of love. We gotta be it. Let not the deaths of those that pass be in vain. Use all of the gifts that our ancestry claims to realize the dreams of those that died in the name of truth and light. Set out to guide us on the path that was paved in search of freedom and justice. And no, it's not a cop going to jail for murder.
If I must be honest with you, in Canada, they'll be like, oh, there's no racism, something, but they don't even understand it. I'm constantly getting racially profiled, and I understand it because, you walk into a store, you just want to buy something. They're always, asking questions, when it's, creepy and there's falling, you're like, oh, do you need help? No, I don't need help, thank you, I know what I'm getting. And they're just constantly following you, you realize that you're being targeted.
The Black community is not a monolith. Everybody has their own story and their own backgrounds that they can reflect on. So I think it's very important to acknowledge that before anything and moving forward.
Being cruel to people has just been normalized, and I don't get that. I don't get just how somebody can take a look at another group of people and be like, I don't like you just because of the way that you look. That's trash. That's trash to me, it really is.
Okay, police are friends. There's a facade Canadians as being these nice people that we don't really have racism, but our whole nation was built on the slaughtering of Indigenous peoples. There's a continued denial based on our systems of oppression. And if we continue to deny it, then it makes it hard for those who are oppressed to name it.
Being in white spaces and talking about these things, it has been incredibly enlightening, and it's been incredibly hard.
Just hope that things will work out, that even our children and grandchildren may have a better setup than we have when we came here in 1966. They would look at you and then psych you out before they rent you a place.
Been fighting a long time, but the message is still the same. We're fighting for equality. We're fighting for an equal chance at living, achieving our dreams, being anything that we want. We're fighting for George Floyd.
We sat there and we watched and we held our breath, and it was tough for everybody. It's a collective trauma, and I think we're all just hoping that at some point we can release that breath.
When he got to the point where he was crying for his mother, I stopped breathing, because that's what mothers do for their sons, is they stop breathing so that they can breathe. I felt like, how could the world, because it was the world, be so inhumane to somebody? I didn't want to close my eyes that night after watching it, because I felt like I was going to be seeing my son and hearing my son. Picked up the phone and I called my son and I said, you don't even have to say anything. I just need you to I just need to hear you breathing. I just need to know that you're okay, and I just need you to get home safe.
My bad, bro. Love, bro. That's weird. I never get emotional like that, but thank you.
most beautiful change that's happened since George Floyd's tragic murder is the conversation has been busted wide open to the point where nobody can say they didn't know anymore. And so the knowledge is there if you want it, and it's undeniable.
In terms of the privilege of being black is when you're black, you were loved before you were here. So no matter where you are, no matter what country, what ethnicity, if you were black, someone went through something for you to be here. And then you have that obligation to pay that forward to the next generation.
What is the dopest part about being black?
Well, how much time do you have? What isn't dope about being black?
I don't know where to start. I love black women. That's my weakness.
It comes to so many things. There is so much pride I have being part of black communities. We are out there and we're showing everyone that no matter what you throw at us, we're gonna come back.
I just like being black, you know? It's like I've been black my whole life, so, you know, like I obviously have to embrace it.
Is like just naturally being cool, you know? It's just the way you walk, it's the music you listen to, the history, and you know, just being more, I feel like black people in general are more connected to our culture, regardless if you have a Caribbean background, African background.
Literally anything that's good, black people either made it or made it cool. We're talking about fashion, we're talking about art, we're talking about food, we're talking about
swag, and I hate that word, but there's a certain energy, a certain vibe with just being black that I think comes with being this amazing skin color that I have.
Man, nobody makes lemonade out of lemons better than us. Literally, that's our history. Oxtail is fire. We make things that are amazing out of pieces of food or culture that other people discard. So we, better than anyone, take what the world gives us and makes it something so hot that the rest of the world wants it.
Oh, man. To me, being black in 2021 means duality. You're a master of duality. You're a master of finding the joy and the beauty in that experience. And you're also a master of being tired.
We also are the blueprint for activism, right? We stand at the forefront, we demand our rights from kingdom come.
The world feeds off our energy. And to be able to be growing up in that culture, immersing myself in that culture in all aspects, it's always given me a liberating feeling.
The dopest part about being black is our resilience, our different shades, our hues, being strong people, coming from kings and queens, our legacy.
I'm someone that has a child of my own. Everything that he is seeing, what I surround him around, is what his future will be. All those black men and women that he's surrounded with are all people that are so brilliant in what they do. I'm surrounded by them every day. Ironically enough, I'm surrounded by them right now, so it's very incredible.
If you look out in the garden, you don't see one color flowers. You see all different colors flowers. That's a beautiful garden, isn't it? So, just as we are different colors, different nationality, different language, that's a beautiful garden the Lord has created. So we got to learn to live and to grow, set examples for each other, and we'll get along. And you show the world that we're God's children. And it doesn't matter who we are, love. The greatest of all is love.